What's going on, guys? I'm Bill and welcome to Bill's How-To. Today I'm going to show you guys how to install frosted window tint to transform your windows from this into this. Let's do this. Alright guys, so these are the glass panels that we're going to be installing the frosted window tint on. As you can tell, it's clear glass on a front door. So the issue with that is you can see straight through. So in order to give these people a little bit more privacy, what we're going to be doing is installing frosted window tint on these 4 panels here. So it's pretty easy to do. So the first thing we need to do is clean the inside of the windows. This is the side that the adhesive or the tint is going to be adhered to. So the tint always goes on the inside of your glass panels, inside of the house here. We're using some mixture of cleaning vinegar and water. So that's basically all I'm using to clean these windows here. So just give it a light spray on each of the panels. And before I start cleaning it, I'm just going to take a little razor blade and we're just going to go over the surface. Make sure there's no grit left on the glass because we don't want that to show in our finished product. So you can hear there a little bit of grit. So just simply smooth that over the top. Feel for any of that grit. If there is any, remove it. That's all nice and clean now. Do the same thing on all the other panels. Now this property here is fairly new, so that means we can expect a bit of building material to still be on the glass panels. You can hear that grit there. Make sure we completely remove it. Once that's done, we can take a paper towel and clean off the area. The reason why I use cleaning vinegar is it's not a harsh chemical that's going to leave any kind of residue on the glass panel. It's not going to interfere with our adhesive or our window tint, and at the same time it leaves you with a perfect streak-free finish every single time. So you can rely on using that one there. Clean off the rest of the panels. So we've got here our frosted window tint that we're going to be installing. Luckily this one here is about the same in length here. In terms of width, we're just going to cut little strips, probably about 100 mil here. So we'll just overcut it a little bit, and it doesn't matter if you have a little bit of overhang. Don't try and cut it exactly down to size because it's going to be near impossible. Just get a rough estimate, a little bit overhang is fine, and then we can trim it all down. Now the tools that we're going to be using are these ones here. We've got a whole stack of different tools. You can buy these kits online very, very cheap, extremely handy. To get a job like this done with these tools here makes it a piece of cake. So I'll put some links in the description below. You guys can check it out. Probably the most important part here is a very sharp razor blade. Alright guys, so I've already installed that top one there, and the reason why I'm starting on this second one here is because the sun was beaming straight through that glass and you wouldn't be able to see. So what we're going to do is we've got our pieces cut. This one here, as you can tell, is larger than the area. What we're going to do now is we're going to separate the 2 films and we're going to spray some solution on there. Now the solution that we're using is just water and baby shampoo. That's it. Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo. That's what I've been using for years and it works pretty well. You never get any residue or any issue with the contact itself. So all you need to do, spray a little bit on the window or the glass, and then we're going to separate our 2 films. Now you can use 2 pieces of sticky tape to separate it. However, this one here isn't too bad to separate by hand. So we've got the edge there. Now what I'm going to do in this case is I'm just going to press down with my boot. Makes it a little bit easier for me, and this part here is overhang anyway. So press down with my boot and we're going to spray the adhesive using that solution. Remove the contact paper. Keep it all nice and wet. This will help you position everything in place without it completely sticking. You can remove it, move things around as you need to before it's completely fixed in place. So apply it to the area, press down on the center. Now we can take a squeegee and just move everything out to the edges. Doesn't have to go all the way hard up against the edge just yet. We're still going to fix that up a little bit later on, but this is going to stop it from moving around. All right, so once we've got the bulk of that all fixed in place, we can take our cutting tool and our little blade, and we're going to start off on one corner and just start trimming that one there back. Follow it all the way along the edge, flip the tool around, now as you come to the corner, you might want to separate it, chop these up a little bit smaller so your overhang is not in your way, and it makes things a lot easier to work with. That's why a sharp blade comes in very, very handy. We'll go down the bottom now. Once again, all the way across. Push this all into the corner. And then we're going to come out and shorten this side here off as well. Peel all of that back. All right, once we've got these two sections here out, all the way up to the corner, then we're going to do the edges. So one little last piece here, and you can see how that starts to get in the way. So once again, trim it down. We'll take a smaller tool for these edges here. And then lucky last side here as well. Once we've got that, then we can take our squeegee everything from the middle out to the edges. So we're going to go all the way from the middle to the top, squeezing out any of that excess water that might be still in there. Flip it around and do it in the opposite direction. And same thing here on the edges, just make sure that everything's all squeezed out. Take a paper towel and remove any of that water that's on the edges. And that's what it ends up looking like, guys. So you can compare there the bottom one and the top one. So I've got two more panels to go, but I'm only going to show you this middle one here. It's going to be a little bit hard to get the camera in the right angle down the bottom. So once again, spray it, separate it, flip it over, line it up, crease down the middle, take our squeegee, opposite direction, trim it all the way across, flip it, we'll bring that little return back out, make our life a little bit easier. Same thing up the top. Hopefully you guys are still able to see at this point. Trim it back a bit. These little edging tools make it so much easier just to get hard up against those edges. And then again with the squeegee from the center all the way up to the top. Back down the other way. Get that edge. And once that's done, this here is the finished product. And as you guys can tell, you can no longer see through those glass panels. Perfect, nice and easy, guys. Open it up. That is what it looks like on the outside, so it's definitely much better. You can't see now, full privacy in through the house. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video and you've learned something new. As always, guys, like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Bill. Thanks for watching Billshowto.